Today we're adding a superstar to the Washington Nationals every year until they win the World Series. We have a wheel that's going to tell us how good of an upgrade we can make after each season, and we're starting with the 28th ranked team in the league. These are up-to-date rosters, so James Wood is a 90 overall out and left. Mackenzie Gore's an 85 leading the pitching staff, but C.J. Abrams at shortstop's not bad. The rest of this team needs serious help. And we simulate 1 year to get started and see where we're at. The Nationals finish 58-104, one of the worst starts we've ever seen. James Wood only batted .237 with 12 homers. Ew. Our first wheel spin for the Nationals, let it be a good one. We started off hot in a lot of these, and we're going straight out of the American League. I haven't done Big Dumper in one of these yet. We're putting a superstar behind the plate. And honestly, he'd probably be a great Walgreens sponsor. They should consider this. I would say that's major improvement. In year 2, we finished 74-88. Still not a playoff team, but we are inching closer and closer now. But this is a big leap in the right direction. And look at that. The Mariners actually go all the way to the World Series without Cal Raleigh. They lose to the Dodgers. Cal Raleigh in his first season with the Nats batted .238 with 24 homers. Yee. What? James Wood, though, had a monster season. He batted .322 with 36 home runs and 105 RBIs. Wheel spin number 2. Here we go. We got to pull anyone out of the American League on the last spin. In this spin, keep going, keep going, keep going. Yes, a 93 now. How about this? We're putting Juan Soto back in DC. I love this. Juan Soto and James Wood in the same outfield. And now, just like that, they're in the top 20 and 4th overall in power. Big Dumper and Soto are two crazy ads to start. We're green at catcher, we're green in left, we're green in right. Third base and second base are the two positions where we're really lacking. Could maybe even use... We could even put Soto at DH and still grab another right fielder, and the bullpen obviously needs help. And I'll tell you what, this team really turned it around. 86-76. Somehow an 86-76 record. They don't even make the playoffs in the National League. So year 3, they have won 28 more games than they won in year 1, just with the additions of Cal Raleigh and Juan Soto. This team still does not have a single reliever. Juan Soto, in his first year back in Washington, he hit 34 homers, 120 RBIs. 18 stolen bases, 962 OPS. It was an all-star and a silver slugger, but he did not win the MVP. Cal Raleigh batted .286 with 34 home runs and 95 RBIs, only a 907 OPS compared to Soto. And James Wood had another big year, batted .320 with 29 homers, 996 OPS. Apparently, if the Nationals just didn't get rid of Juan Soto, they'd still be really, really good. Crazy leap in 2 years from a 58-win team. And of course, we get a dud land. Of course. I'm going to put the 77 Dylan Lee on here just to have an extra lefty. Now, Dylan Lee is our closer. I don't even want to talk about it. We really need to go back down. We need to add more bullpen bad. And this is a little bit more what I expected last season. 69-93. We went way back. This is worse than year 2 also. The Yankees take down the Cubs in the World Series this time around. This season, Cal Raleigh had 36 homers and a .251 average. Juan Soto had 32 doubles, 33 homers, 79 walks at .851 OPS. James Wood seems like he either bats .250 or .330. .250 this time around with only 28 homers. He hit 10 triples, though. This is insane. We still haven't made the playoffs. We're going into year 5. Come on. Almost a 20-win drop-off last season, and we're going to have a 91-94. We're going to add the 93 overall Randy Rodriguez now and get a legitimate closer in this pen. The Nationals are up to the 3rd highest power team in the league. Top 13 overall. Is this the year they crack the playoffs? Still not a lot of green on this team, but we have the bullpen in the top half of the league at least. With Randy Rodriguez and Dylan Lee, they're now ranked 15th in the league. And then while they do win more games than last season, it is still not enough. In year 5, the Nationals go 76-86. They've gone 86-76. We still haven't made our way back up into the 80s. This is our 2nd best season overall, though. The Yankees again win the World Series. This time they beat the Padres. Juan Soto had a monster season. He batted .261, but he had 44 home runs to go along with his 28 doubles. He was an all-star silver slugger, and he led the league in home runs. Cal Raleigh hit 31 homers, only had 14 doubles. Randy Rodriguez had 42 saves, but a 5 ERA and 8 blown saves. This has been a weird one. We're not exactly, I wouldn't say we're trending up. We're sort of trending up. I don't know. we must pick someone within the division, an NL East player. We're upgrading first base, and we're once again going back in time. We're putting Bryce Harper back on the Nationals along with Juan Soto. And officially, top 10. This Nationals team has cracked the top 10. Still have not made the playoffs a single time, though. Bryce Harper puts the Nats as the #1 ranked team at first base. He's trying to bring a title back to DC. This team's been battling a 500 record the entire second half, and they are going to finish above 500 with an 82-80 record. And for the first time, the Nationals are back in the postseason. There's no way Bryce Harper's on the Nationals and they're not in the postseason. They're going to be playing the Phillies in the first round. So Bryce Harper's playing his former team, and they get the dub. They not only make the playoffs, they win the wild card. They're playing the Padres in the NLDS now, where they once again win. Are the wild card 82 win Nationals a Cinderella squad? They're playing the Dodgers in the NLCS now, and that's where it comes to an end. They lose in the NLCS, but they get through multiple rounds. When the Dodgers beat the Astros in the World Series, nice. Juan Soto again drops 40 homers, 42 this time with 32 doubles. A big season for Juan Soto. Bryce Harper in his first year back, 23 doubles, 24 homers, 75 RBIs, 80 walks, 10 stolen bases. Cal Raleigh only batted .228 this season. Randy Rodriguez, though, a 2.4 ERA and 46 saves. That's what I'm talking about. Our sixth wheel spin now. We're kind of flying through this, but our first playoff run was a successful one. They almost burned through the whole thing. How about an 89 overall? How about Alex Bregman? We're going to upgrade to the third base position finally. We had, I think, Brady House there, 26th ranked in the league. Alex Bregman's going to be a big addition to this team. That brings the Nationals up to 6th in the league, and they're pretty balanced at this point. 6th in contact, 2nd in power, 4th in defense, 19th in pitching, though. Is it time I get a starter? I mean, Mackenzie Gore can't do it all by himself, right? I think a starting pitcher is probably next. But somehow, some way, we once again go back in the wrong direction. 76 and 86. This is the second time in 3 seasons we finished with this exact same record. How do you add Alex Bregman and go backwards? They didn't even make the playoffs. The Diamondbacks beat the Royals in the World Series. What in the chaos is happening there? Soto hit 38 homers this time around, 84 RBIs. Bregman in his debut season hit 41 home runs, 33 doubles, batted .301 with a .937 OPS. This man is cracked. I believe that this is our 7th wheel spin now, going into year number 8. We need a starting pitcher, so a good land here for a starting pitcher would be very helpful. 90 overall. Let's do the 90 overall Cole Reagans. We'll do double southpaws at the top of this rotation. There are still some glaring weaknesses on this team, and it's not a deep team, but can they do it? And look at this. The Washington Nationals have their second 85-plus win season, and they make the playoffs where they will be playing the Reds. The 85 and 77 record is their best record since year 3, and in the first round of the playoffs, they have won. They will now be moving on and taking on the Mets in the National League Division Series, where they have once again won. So this team has made the playoffs twice. Both times they went all the way to the NLCS and played the Dodgers. This time, they win, and they are going to the World Series. Hold on. Hold on. This is year 8. This would be our fastest World Series by 1 year. Out of all of these videos. Let's see how they do. We'll sim the first 2 games in Houston, where we are down 0-2. We'll sim game 3 at home, which we win. We'll sim game 4 at home, which we lose. And we're now down 3-1. Let's just sim through game 6, see if we can get a game 7. We do not. We get eliminated in 5 by the Astros. But again, huge improvement for this team. Cole Reagans in his first season with the team threw 196 innings, 3.6 ERA. James Wood had 43 doubles, 32 homers, and a .303 average. Yay, my goodness. He won the MVP of the playoffs as well. Our 8th wheel spin coming off a 90. We've had a lot of really good lands, only the one dud. And we maybe it could get to the 93, 86 to 90 again. We're going to make our big upgrade at second base now, fix that hole in the infield, and put Jazz Chisholm in DC, another guy who is frequented in the NL East. So now this team's just lit up green everywhere. I love this squad. Maybe we upgrade center field before we add another arm. This team could do it right here as is, though. This is by far the best Nationals team we've had. 96 166. We win 11 more games from the previous season, and we're almost a 100-win team. How are they going to do in the playoffs? We get to take on the winner of the wild card round, which is going to be, it looks like the Brewers, and we beat the Brewers, which means we will be taking on the Dodgers or the Phillies in the NLCS, and it will be the Dodgers, our nemesis yet again. Let's just sim through 3, and we are up 2-1. Let's sim game 4. It's a split 2-2 series. And we are, oh, baby. The Nationals are 1 win away from going to the World Series. And they are once again going to the World Series. We're going to have a Boston Red Sox, Washington National World Series. Alex Bregman notably is on our team. Let's sim through the first 3 games where we are up 2-1. Game 4. We are up 3-1. Hold on now. This could tie for the fastest that we have won the World Series in year 9. Let's jump in. The tough thing here is it looks like the starter for this game is going to be Josiah Gray, the 77 overall. Wow, right out of the gate, the Nationals score 2 runs. So Josiah Gray pitching with a lead, he gets a 0 right out of the gate. The Nationals get a 0 in the top of the second, and then we spot another 0 in the bottom of the second. Now in the top of the third against Dustin May, Juan Soto leading it off. The Nationals once again put up a 0. Now Josiah Gray against Trevor Story in the bottom of the order. It's another 0. Jazz Chisholm going to lead off the top of the 4th against Dustin May. Our bottom half produces a run. We now have a 3-0 lead in the bottom of the 4th. Josiah Gray blowing through this game, by the way, so far. Only 1 base runner. He's almost fully lit up in energy in the 4th inning. And I spoke too soon. He gave up 2 runs. So now Dustin May is back on the mound for our cleanup batter, Juan Soto. And we put up another 0. So here's where it gets interesting. I'm going to go 1 batter at a time here. Fly out, ground out, walk. This might be his last batter. I should probably just take him out right now, actually. We're going to do the pitching change here in the bottom of the 5th. Let's go to Mitchell Parker, lefty-lefty on Jarren Duran. Got a stolen base, a walk. We still have the lefty-lefty. A single. The bases are now loaded for Willie Abreu against Mitchell Parker. And he pops it up. Wow, they leave him loaded. We go top 6, where the Nationals put up another 0. We're going to go into the bullpen again here. Rafaela leading it off, 2 righties. Travis Sakura. I don't even know who this person is. Just please get me through an inning. We got a pop-up. We have a walk. We have a single. Oh, boy. Do I go right back to the pen here? I don't even know who this guy is. I'm going to give him one more batter. Double play. Gets out of the inning. I don't know who that guy is, but he just slid up the list for me. Top 7 now. We're up 3-2. And again, we're getting shut down by this Boston pitching staff here ever since that first inning. Now we're going to go ahead and make another pitching change. We're 9 outs away from winning the World Series. There's lefties due up. I'm going to bring Dylan Lee out to pitch. Going to pitch to Gonzalez. He gets the strikeout. Now you got a bunch of lefty-lefty matchups here. Roman Anthony pops up, and Jarren Duran gets hit by a pitch. Stop crowding the plate. Casas hits a single. Now, once again, that Casas-Duran combo in the middle of that lineup. Willie Abreu going to come up with another opportunity here, and he strikes out. They have left 5 runners on base in the last 2 innings. We need runs. And we get one. I think that was a Jacob Young solo shot for an insurance run. Now we have Rafaela and the righties coming up here in the 8th. I might just go to Randy Rodriguez for a 2-inning save here for all the marbles. Bring them out. Rafaela, strikeout. Navarez, strikeout. Trevor Story, ground out. 3 up, 3 down in the 8th. That's huge, looking for 2 innings out of them. Now we're going to simulate this top of the 9th again, and we get a 0. So it's going to be sweaty. We're going to pitch to Toro, ground out. We're going to pitch to Gonzalez, fly out. And now Roman Anthony for the World Series. We're going to jump in here, and it looks like year 9 is going to be where we get it done. World Series on the line in Fenway. Hate to do it to you, Boston fans. With your golden child, Roman Anthony. It took 1 pitch. Jacob Young in center field makes it. It's over. The Washington Nationals win the World Series. Randy Rodriguez celebrates with Cal Raleigh, who was our first addition on this team. Cal Raleigh, Juan Soto, Dylan Lee, Randy Rodriguez, Bryce Harper, Alex Bregman, Cole Reagans, and Jazz Chisholm. Bryce Harper does, in fact, bring a title back to DC. It took 9 seasons We didn't get to the 10 season mark for just the second time. This was a clean build. And honestly, as we sit here, the pitching staff still needed some help. But at the end of the day, the trophy is going to DC. CJ Abrams stayed home and wins it at the 6. James Wood obviously still out there and left is probably the best player on the team. The Nationals will raise the World Series banner. Huge for the franchise. Their second World Series in a decade. Look at them boys celebrate. Comment what team I should do next.